I don't even know where I'm gonna start, but I'm gonna cut a little bit out of this. It'll get crusty. Today I'm gonna tell you guys a story about the first time I got in a fight with a gorilla.
A big one too.
Okay, so I'm gonna start from the beginning of the story. So I was talking to this dude named, we're gonna call him Pencil. I was talking to this dude named Pencil, and I don't know, we starting to get a little serious, whatever. He had this ex, he told me about her from the jump, whatever. They hadn't been dating for like over a year. And so, you know, I came in the picture or whatever, and she was doing her little thing, you know, whatever. So she wasn't worried about him. But then when I came in the picture, that all changed, obviously. That's what always happens. She wanted to know what he was doing and stuff, but you know, I wasn't having that. So once I started talking to him, he was giving her money and stuff, so you know, I had to cut that money flow off. I can't even tell this story serious. Let me see. Gorilla hung out with my cousin. So I guess my cousin, everything I was telling my cousin was running back and telling Gorilla. On Facebook, she makes a post, and you know on Facebook how you can share a post that'd be like from like years ago. Well, she shared a post from years ago, a picture of him and her, and was like, she was like, he fine, and called him bae or something like that. And so, you know, me being me, I don't beef on Facebook, but I couldn't just let that slide. So I comment underneath the post, and I'm like, look at bae, bae's still fine. Yes, I was being petty. I had to, like, I just had to. I couldn't hold it. So her sister got up on there and started talking her little smack. Her sister, we're gonna call her ape, garbage, because that's what she looked like. Trash. So we can call her sister Garbage. So Garbage got on there, started talking all this hard mess. Hype Gorilla head up, so Gorilla got real hype. So now they talking all this mess about they tagging people and stuff. So I'm not really finna argue back and forth with you. That's not what I'm finna do. Like, I wait till I see you in real life, like face to face, to see if you could talk all that mess that you were just talking over the internet in my face. So goes on my Facebook, starts sharing photos of me, talking about this be this, this be that, blah, 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 all this other stuff. But mind you, the whole time I'm not replying. I'm not going back and forth with them. Just saying a whole bunch of stuff, making post after post after post about me. So clearly you bothered. And this is over a whole dude. And I don't fight over dudes. Like, not worth it. So days go on. They still talking. They still talking. And mind you, I'm telling him everything that they're saying. So he already knows, like, they straight picking with me on social media, but I'm really not saying them. So I guess they thought I was scary. Never that.
You know, I
was on a good flow. You messed me up.
How?
Okay, so days go by and they still talking on social media. They still doing all this big talking. What I name her? Yeah, Gorilla and Trash. They talking all this big boy tough stuff on social media. So, you know, I'm just letting them talk because I don't even care. So I'm waiting to run into them in real life. And so I'm at the park one day. My dad came down. He came down to visit with all my siblings. And so we all went to the park in the van that he drove down to Missouri. And so we're at the park. And, you know, I'm cute. Little crop top on, skirt, sandals, hair laid to the gods. I had people start running up to the van because I'm sitting in the van because it's the middle of the summer, so it's hot. And I had just talked to my stepmom about the girls because they were standing near the van by like a distance. I was talking to her about them because I was telling her like they don't like me, whatever, blah blah. But I was just seeing if they was gonna do something because they claim when they see me this and that, like they was just gonna do whatever. But you know, females talk. I'm sitting in the van because it's hot, like it's super hot. So I'm sitting in the van, chilling. You know, sitting literally underneath the air vents because that's how hot it was. And my cousins start coming to the van. They're like, she's saying she want to fight you. She's saying she want to fight you. So, you know, me, I get hype. I'm like, who? And they was like, Gorilla. Whole time, Gorilla done told everybody at the park. She done made a whole crew come to the park saying that she was going to fight me. And everybody knew but me. That makes no sense. So, whatever. So, I'm unprepared. What she failed to realize, she thought that her and her sister were going to come and jump me. Her sister brought mace. But what she failed to realize is more than half the people that she invited to the fight were my family. So, you just helped me out. But she thought the whole time that I was just coming down there to see Pencil. But my family is from there. So, like, I was not coming down there to see him. And actually, I was staying there at the time, too. She didn't know that either. But my nephew's mom gave me a shirt. My cousin gave me some tights. And then I put on some socks because I wasn't finna break my sandals for this. Yeah, so I just got ready, you know. And my older brother was like, you're not fighting. You're not fighting. Go home. Go home. You're not fighting. So my stepmom went and got all my siblings. She was gathering my siblings. I have a lot of siblings, by the way. So she was gathering all my siblings from the park. And while she's gathering my siblings, me and my brother, my older brother, are standing by the van. I only have one older brother. So I'm just standing there. And she was like literally standing, probably like, she was standing a couple feet away from me. Like she was near me, like near me. And she's just staring at me. And just staring at me. She's leaning over the front of a car, someone's car, because she don't got a car. She used her feet, pat and bend. So. So she was leaning over the front of somebody's car, denting it in. She was leaning over the hood of somebody's car, and she's just staring at me. So I'm like, and she's just still staring. So I'm like, what is your problem? What is wrong with you? And she was just staring at me. So I'm just like, okay, like you're being weird. So I started laughing. Like I laugh at everything. Everything's funny to me. So I started laughing like you're being weird. And so my brother was getting irritated that she kept staring at me. And he's like, ooh, something hot. Okay. But yeah, so my brother was like, why is she picking with you? And I'm just like, I don't know. Your guess is good as mine. And so he was like, you know what? Forget it. Fight her, sis. So I'm like, fight her? Say less. Like, say less. So I'm automatic. And then she goes, you ready? What you mean, am I ready? I was born ready. Take this. Girl. So I don't, when it's time to fight, I'm ready. I'm not, there's no talking to be done. I'm not finna talk. We're not finna do none of that. So I'm ready, like automatically. We finna, so I just walk up to her and I throw the first hit, of course. And so I hit her with a good boom, the good right. And first thing she did, typical female move, grabbed my hair. So I punch her. Instead of her swinging back, she grabs my head. So my head was like, and she grabbed my hair. So, you know, my head was like that. And so I grabbed her hair back, obviously, because you're not finna have more leverage on me than I got on you. So I grabbed her hair back. And, like, we going at it. Like, I'm throwing hard hits at her. Like, I'm hitting her with a chicken strip and a biscuit, like, type hits. Like, strong hits. And then she tried to throw me onto the ground. Girl, no. And let me tell y'all, I didn't even tell y'all how big this girl was. Like, I'm 5'4". She's like 6'1", and like a solid 300 pounds. Like she big. Like I might be exaggerating a little bit, but she big. Like y'all get the point. She huge. She was towering over me, but that don't mean nothing. Size ain't nothing. Size don't mean nothing. She tried to sling me onto the ground, but like I was not having that, because never, rule number one, when you fighting somebody big, never let them get on top of you, because you're not getting up. Once they get on top of you, it's a wrap. So yeah, she wasn't finna get on top of me. So we fall sideways and I'm kicking her. Kicking her, mind you, I told you I had on socks. So me kicking her it would have did more damage if I would have had on a pair of tennis shoes, but I wasn't prepared. So yeah, I was kicking her. She couldn't even fold her body in half to kick me back. Sad. So yeah, so eventually she gave up. Like she put her guard up and she dropped her hand. So as soon as she dropped her hand, and there was like 50, 60 people around us. Like it was so many people, like no exaggeration, so many people around us. And it was just like a hole on the ground with me and her. She dropped her guard. So as soon as she dropped her guard, I was like, oh yeah, it's a wrap. So I started tearing her face up. Like all I heard in my head was finish her. Oh. Her face hard, giving her them hits. And the next day her face was swollen. But you don't mess with me. But anyways, so yeah, the whole time the dude that we were, that she was fighting me over, he was leaving and someone told him that we were fighting, so he ran back. And so when they let us fight for a long time, and by the time the fight was over or whatever, he was like, I saw him first. Well, I saw my older sister first, and she was like, you know, Jada, let her hair go. And then I heard everyone else saying, Jada, let her hair go, let her hair go. But mind you, she had my hair, so why would I let your hair go and you have my hair? And my cousin was like, Jada, don't let her hair go. She got your hair. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not letting her hair go. And my brother was like, Jay, let her hair go. And then the dude that she was fighting me over was like, Jay, let her hair go, because he calls me Jay. So he was like, Jay, let her hair go. And I just looked up at him, and I'm like, nah. And I started swinging on her again, because it got me messed up. And so by the time we got broken up, whatever, so everybody's pushing me back towards the van, like, get in the van type stuff. And then my sister was sitting there talking to me, and then she points at my sister and goes, I F you up too, B. That wasn't your line. I'm confused. First of all, you didn't win the first time, so what you mean two? And then, like, I don't know what, like, got into me, but I ran up on her again. And I jumped over his shoulder and I hit her in the face again, and we started fighting again. But that one was shorter. And like the whole time in the fight, like I watched the video. I don't know if I still have the video, but the whole time in the fight, you could hear my cousin was saying, if you was standing next to her sister, telling her like, if you hit her, I'm going to beat you up. Like, her sister did not jump in at all. Then sprayed a mace because she was scared. She's like, there's too many of them. Yes, and my whole family, we ride together, including my little sister. Then after the fight, I went back to my uncle's house, and Pencil called my cousin and was like, bring her over here. So I went to his mom's house, and we're talking, me and his mom and him and my cousin are standing there in the front door talking. There's a knock on the door. So we're like, who's at the door? Guess who's at the door? Gorilla. With all her hair snatched out and a scarf on her head. Looking a mess. Like, and she's standing at the door mad. You're still mad. Like, this is hours after the fight. Like, she's still mad. And she was standing, after the fight, she went to his grandma's house and she was standing on a corner trying to see if I was going to show up there. Like, girl, what are you doing? So when she came to the mom's house, whatever, she was telling Pencil to come outside. And he was like, nah, like, what do we got to talk about? I'm not coming outside. And so that's really embarrassing because, like, you're his high school sweetheart from, like, y'all dated for, like, 4 years or whatever. That's embarrassing that he didn't want to come outside with you. But, yeah, anyways, so she like, come outside, come outside. And he's like, no, we have nothing to talk about. So his mom was like, just go outside, you know, trying to minimize the drama. He goes outside, and his mom was telling me, like, you know, just go ahead and leave so, like, I don't get into it again. So I'm getting ready to leave, and he comes, and he shoves me back in the house. He's like, nah, you're not going nowhere. So I look out the window. She got a yard full of females ready to jump me. Why? You should have took that L like a boss. Instead, you want to come back bald-headed, hair snatched out, with a group full of females and try to fight me. So that was a mess. And so him and her got into it or whatever. She called the police. Whole thing happened. Like, it was just a mess. And later on, I find out that the girls that she brought to try to jump me are my cousins. So long story short, that's how I beat up a gorilla. Okay. If you liked my story time, smash the subscribe button, like my video, and there'll be more videos to come, and follow me on all of my social medias.
She walk around with all her damn ass on.